Dancing for more than a minute. The host has unmuted your microphone. Yeah, maybe that's why I was. I don't know about you folks, but that music gets me going, and so I start dancing, and I think Molly's the only one that can see me. And then, hello, John, and Molly gets to see me dancing, and I'm like, she knows that's my cue. Go ahead, turn it on. Let's get the studio going. And then she just let it play this time. I think she took a bio break, and it was my bio. Exhausted. Got my dancing in today. All right, I got some cool stuff to show you. I'm going to give you all a little bit of a brief snapshot inside the world of the H2A Incubator, the Hotel to Apartment Incubator. How our system works, how we track it, how we work with our students. Yeah, exactly. They were groovy moves, kiddo. I still got it. All right. Yeah. I'm going to give you a look behind the scenes. We're going to do our cohort call at 4:00 today. I can see some of my members of some of the members of my incubator program, the cohort program, are already on. So they're going to get a precursor to what we're going to be talking about in about an hour. But I just want to start by saying that what you need to understand is that I think I'm moving this industry, this guru training industry, in a whole new direction. The incubator, the cohort, it's not a partnership. It's not a mentorship program. It's not a training program. Though those are components of it, but it actually is a true partnership program. And as a partnership, you need to have business operations. You need to have business systems in place so that the partners can work effectively together, and nothing falls between the cracks. And so what we've developed here on behalf of our hey Francis, on behalf of our students is something like you've never seen before, and we're going to roll it out today. All the students will have access to it by hopefully tomorrow, if not during the weekend. Just to give you an example, there's so many opportunities in this business and what we're looking at. I know most of the multifamily, there's such a disconnect between the owners and the sellers that the deal flow is dried up. It's harder and harder to write business. But man, I'm looking at the multifamily hotel to apartment, and we're swamped. We need a system in place to really tie everybody together, the 25 partners together. So, hey, Garrett. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, Molly, I need to go to present, share screen. Okay, we're going to share my screen. I'm going to start by going here. Perfect. All right, now here's the problem with this, and maybe we're gonna talk about this. I got to jump over here, back over to the StreamYard, and there I am. Cool. All right. So what we need to do here is, now that I see this, I'm gonna jump back over. This is our CRM, our customer relationship management tool. It's the sales and marketing component of our business. And we use it for both the multifamily side with multifamily opportunities, but we also use it on the hotel to apartment side to track things. I'm going to share with you the element of the hotel to apartment side so you can see exactly how it works. So if you click over here, and I won't get into all the details of everything that's on here, but we're just going to look at the hotels. And what we've done here is, this is just in the development mode. It's not in the production mode. So we just put up a group of sample hotels in here. And as you can see, these all happen to be in Oklahoma, but we will have, when we're said and done, we will have every hotel in the country in this program. So all of my students will have access to this. But let's say, for instance, you look at this townhouse hotel. You note it doesn't have a parent company, which means it's an independent hotel, which is probably a good sign. Those are a little bit easier to purchase and convert than flagged hotels. But here we have their address. We also have a section here for attachments and a quick analyzer. Let me show you what happens when you click on the townhouse hotel. All the information that we have uploaded from our lists drops in here. As you can see, it is an independent hotel. It's got 54 rooms, so it's a little small compared to what we like to see. This sales price, I've got to get them to fix because that is actually a typo. But you know what? I'll tell you what. I will put in 1.5 million right here, and that you'll see where that pops up. Now, what we do down here is we have a top 10 questions, 10 questions that we want to know more about. Is the size between 80 and 150? No. Doesn't meet the 2% pricing rule. For example, is the monthly rent plus the utility fee equal to $1,000 per month, and the purchase price equals $50,000 or less per unit or less? Yes, that computes. Is property age 87 or newer? Let me see. When was this one built? 1933. No. Average square foot of each unit, we don't know. If we were talking to the owner, we'd be able to put that in. We'll get that question from him. Average one-bedroom rents for the market and market vacancy. So we want to put that information here. We want to do a little investigating of that market to find out if we even want to be in that market. Are there any amenities? Nope. Code compliance. Do we have to add sprinklers? Yes, we do. It's 1933 build. Code compliance. Have to add electrical panels? I'm sure we do. Franchise? No. Local government business friendly? Yeah, let's say Oklahoma is. Rezoning complete? We don't know. We'd have to go check the zoning rules. So we get all of those questions asked and answered. And then what we can do here is we can add any attachments. If the broker sent over a property package, we can just hit here and look, I'll just add the I'll choose the new way to invest. Let's say, open that up. File is too large. I knew it would be. Let's get rid of this one. Oh, I'm on the wrong computer. That's why it's showing me all of these. Let's see if I can get it down. There we go. Hotel letter of intent. Add attachment. Boom, it's up there. So now our letter of intent is in the system. But you might be thinking to yourself, hey, wait a minute. I don't have a letter of intent. I haven't worked up these numbers yet. Not a problem. Watch this. Let's do a quick analysis of this deal to see if it's worth going after or not. So we click the quick analyzer. There's the hotel information, the address, what have you. There's a number of rooms. Now we need to know the average daily rate. We should have got this from the broker or from the seller. Say it's a 50% occupancy. We're going to use a 3 times multiplier. That's kind of like the average. We may go higher, we may go lower. Calculates the RevPAR of $50, gives us an offer price. This guy, we should offer 2.9 million. Now watch what happens if I put in here and say the asking price is 1.5 million. All right, yeah. And that's a good deal. We were going to offer almost 3. The guy says it's 1.5. What happens if we put in 3? Watch this. Seller's price is too high, negotiate down, and they graze out the letter of intent. So let's go back here and change this back to 2 million. Oh, one too many. There we go. Now we can click on the draft the letter of intent. And from here, we're going to put in more information about the seller, name of his companies. And he's at 123 Main Street. And did we ask for seller financing? Yeah, let's get $500,000 seller financing. And then the buyer is the entity LLC. Oh, I jumped. All right, signatures. Signatory is Charles Dobens. All right, title company we'll say is Republic. And we can add the broker. You see, we have all the brokers listed in here. Let's prick Berkshire Hathaway, and then we'll say that, oh, it's Pat Langdon. So her information is already in there. If it's not in there, then don't worry about it. You can just type on over it. Then you click on generate letter of intent. And every time we hit this, we save an attachment. So we always have a record of what's going on. There's your letter of intent. You're going to open it up. You're going to save it. You come back over here. You can click on out of all. You can under attachments. You can go save that new letter of intent that we just downloaded. There it is, right there. Open that one. Add attachment. You're all set. All your information has been updated into the system, and you are good to go. Now you can submit the LOI, or if you're working with us, you're gonna click on out of this. I'm gonna stop the share, and I'm gonna jump back over here. All right. So, if anybody have any questions on this, go right ahead and chime in. So, the whole idea is we've got everything in place for you so that we can warehouse all the data. We can use it in the future. Now, if you're in our cohort, you're going to be working with us. So you need to get that data to us, and then we have to track it. And that's where it gets a little fun. Let me see if I can find it right here. Yeah. So what we use is a service, an app called 90.io. So all of the members of the cohort will be right there on this 90.io, which is a business operating system. So all of us are in business together, and we're going to work together towards making sure that we take care of each other. So let me jump on over. I'm going to go back to present, share screen, right there. Cool. Share. All right. So as you can see here, everybody will have this dashboard. They'll have opportunities and updates. This is cohort to-dos where we're all working together, any personal to-dos. So if I want to create the opportunity of that town hotel, what I do is I type in town hotel. We leave the due date where it is because it puts it out there 3 months in advance. There's no rush. And then you say, hey, I want David and Charlie to review this. Please review this opportunity. And we keep the on track the same. We want the leadership team to take a look at it. We are going to add the Chicago cohort team. We don't need to add any attachments because we already have kept it on the other side. We will eventually bring those attachments over if the deal goes through, and I'll show you why. But here we just leave any attachments off. No duplication of efforts. Oh, why couldn't I do that? Hold on. Did I put the wrong people in? Am I the wrong person? On track. Maybe I don't. And this is where Molly chimes in. Oh, because I might not be on that team. Is that it? Ah, Molly. Maybe I didn't set the dates. That's it. Let's try that. Leadership, add other teams, cohort, create opportunity. There we go. It was a date issue. Oh, no, it wasn't. All right, well, it works. It worked in rehearsal. I promise you it did. But let me just show you a couple of things here. You know, when we're working together as a partnership, oh, no, what's happening? Maybe it's not letting me to do it on StreamYard. Oh, no. No, Molly. Oh, well, darn it. That's weird. I'm glad I tested it now because it's got to go live in an hour and it has to work. It might not be on the cohort team. We'll get that taken. Okay, thank you, Molly. See, she's going to take care of everything for me. But that's really the whole idea is 25 people working together to get deals done. Every one of them is responsible for taking action every single week. You got to find a new funding source. You're going to meet a new broker. You're going to evaluate a new deal. If 25 of your closest friends, 24 of your closest friends did that every week and you all work together, are you going to own property in the next 12 months? Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. You are so owning property. And the thing is, you have David and me looking over your shoulder every step of the way to make sure that you're doing everything right. And oh man, let me see if I can just jump on back, because it's something I really wanted everybody to see. No, Molly, there's something wrong here, Malls. Yeah, it's doing something. It's giving me a funky error message for everything that I'm doing on here. Let me just reboot. See if I can get this just right while it's thinking. Oh, and by the way, we're waiting to hear by tomorrow if we've got our first deal as a cohort under contract. That will be nice. Oh, it kicked me out. I wonder, Molly, if I had too many people in or something. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, beautiful. All right, good. Let me jump on back over here, because I really want you to see this. This is so cool. Get a load of this. All right. So what happens in a deal is you've got a lot of stages of the process. And so you've got to keep track of everything. And if you've got working with partners, you got to make sure that everybody knows what their tasks are, and everybody gets them done. Everybody's responsible for it. Because if we're doing a joint venture partnership, it's joint, and it's a partnership, and we all have to work together. But so you can't, hey, I thought you were going to do that. No, I'm not going to do that. You're going to do that. I mean, just take a look at, for instance, the due diligence process. Due diligence process. You have legal due diligence, you have financial due diligence, you have the property due diligence. Okay, within the legal due diligence, you've got create the critical dates timeline, submit the title commitment letter to the local attorney, request and review Title I environmental, review draft deed and other exhibits in the P&S. That's all things you have to do on the legal due diligence side. And boom, we just assigned it to Jeff Kelly. Now he's responsible for that. What about on the oh, did I build out any of this? No, I did not. Let me take you back here. Let's take a look at the contracting. Reviewing the letter of intent to purchase and sale and confirm elements of LOI are represented in the P&S. All right, who are we going to do that to? We should give that to the Chicago cohort. Actually, we have to build out these names. But once we've assigned this to the Chicago cohort, then we can assign people to these tasks. Submit the purchase and sale draft to opposing counsel for final review, review final draft with partners before execution, submit executed document to all parties on the notice list. I mean, all of these steps that somebody's got to take care of. And if you're dealing with partnerships and you're hoping that somebody else gets it done, you have to have everything under the same umbrella, and so that nobody misses a beat. So that's really. Let me see if I can go to opportunities. Did I see this one? No. Oh, here are the test properties down here under David Peters. But that's it. That's it, folks. I just really wanted to share with you what you can expect when you get into the cohort. And the whole idea is within the next 3 months, we're going to have deals under contract, and we're going to be moving forward. And it's so incredibly exciting. Right now all we're doing is we're taking names for the waiting list for the next cohort. And we're also going to have our next event in Las Vegas in November. So you'll be getting more information on that. So make sure that you all sign up for that. If you're interested in this, get on the waiting list. It's no financial obligation right now. It will be later, but if you get onto the waiting list now, you'll be set at a particular price that we're offering this out at now. Price is already doubled for the next cohort, so make sure you get on the waiting list and don't miss. Yep. So there it is. We took care of we got the list there for the waiting list. Let me see, Francis. Can I share this YouTube video with a business partner? Yes, and say hello to your business partner for me, Mrs. Maureen Collins, if I don't mind, if I don't say. Yeah. So yeah, definitely let Maureen see it. But that's how we operate. Um, I'm so excited to roll it out to the team in less than 40 minutes away from now, and they can all see what they're going to be working on this weekend. And then David Peters just sent me over a great opportunity that came across his desk. The guy is swamped with deals, and he can't do them all. So what we're going to do is take those types of deals, put them into the system here, the business, the 90.io, and then assign it to a partner. And every time we get one, we'll assign it to a new partner. So everybody will be working on deals, and that's the name of the game. ISI is indicating today that rents for multifamily could crash. Yeah, sure. Moreover, with increasing funding rates, is the business model about to break? Okay, which business model? Not my business model, not the hotel to apartments, because even we are buying these things. The deal that David just looked at that he sent me was $22,000 a door for a studio. Do you know how much rent you need to capture on a $22,000 a door unit and still meet your DCR? Dirt cheap. So the market's going to have to come down an awful lot to impact our returns, because our returns are so fantastic. Because what we're doing, Detroit bad boy, is we are taking advantage of the cap rate arbitrage. We are buying these properties for mid-teen caps, and we're converting them to multifamily, which is even a high single-digit caps. And the spread of that cap rate is where we make our big money. It's unbelievable. Just do the math. And so when you look at deals that way, and you look at the multifamily side, so Detroit bad boy, let's say what you're saying is accurate. If rents crash on the multifamily side, what happens to the cap rates? They go up. And if you purchased at a 4 cap and now it's a 6 cap, how far do you have to go to recoup that lost equity? It will take you years. But if you bought it at a 16 cap and you now have converted it so it's trading at an 8 cap, who cares if the cap rate goes up 2 points? You still killed it. This is what I call the Warren Buffett school of multifamily investing, as opposed to the passive investing model for these people. And so I'm telling you right now, I read those stories too, and it's too bad. If you overpaid for the property over the last couple of years, yeah, you're screwed. But if you're waiting to get into this business and you're looking for the easiest way to do it, hotel to apartment conversions is the way it happens. And we've already got case studies to prove we are right. So, and this is the way you build wealth in this business. You don't build wealth by going out and tapping your friends and family for their $50,000 IRA money so you can get your 3% acquisition fee. That's not how money is made in this business. The only people that make money with those syndication models are the people at the top. And if you're not at the top, if you're one of the GPs trying to get a name for yourself, you're in big trouble. You are in big trouble. So that's the deal. That is it. But Detroit bad boy, what do you think? Am I right? You like that answer? Believe me, if what you're saying is true, and I do believe it's different markets will crash. Not every market. That's the thing is, everyone's waiting for the crash. There is going to be no crash. There's going to be a turn. There's going to be a turn in the market, and that's what's happening in some areas now. Of course, everyone's trying to predict how long it's going to last, and of course, everybody's saying, "Oh, it's only going to be about a year and a half before things turn around." Nah. Anyone that tells you that, they don't know what they're talking about. Everything moves a lot slower in the real estate market than those types of numbers. So, yeah, I agree with you, Detroit bad boy. Certain markets, the rents have to crash. They have to, because they've been overbuilt. I say that about Boston, but boy, Boston is still going strong. And, but at the same time, Phoenix is overbuilt, but they're saying that people are still moving into Phoenix. But there are markets out there that are going to have some serious problems. And yeah, if you purchased it at a 4 cap or something, just drop the keys on the bank's desk and move on. And I hope you have a non-recourse loan. So, all right, that's it. That's it, everybody. If you're in the program, if you're in the protocol, you're in the cohort program, I will see you at 4:00. We're going to do a deep dive into everything I just showed you. I'm so excited about this program. We are going to help so many people not only find affordable housing, because David and my objective is to create 100,000 new affordable housing units in this country by converting hotel units. And we believe that this business model, which is the non-syndication business model, which is a dead business model, the Warren Buffett model is the only way to go, and the only way we're going to get to 100,000. So, okay, aren't you bringing on new supply at a time of coming excess supply? I get the multiple arbitrage. Okay, Detroit, what kind of supply are we bringing on? That's the thing, is you have to ask yourself that question. So right now we've got 1 million new apartment starts across this country. All right. Now, granted, the last time we had 1 million new apartment starts was back in the late 70s or early 70s. And it was at a time when the population was 2.4 times less than what it is right now. So we are at the same number that we were back in the late 70s. But it's still a lot. Great. But how many studios were built? How many affordable housing units out of that 1 million are there? And if you looked at the growth of the single unit households, single head of households that is growing, it's the fastest growing sector of new households. And they're not looking for bigger units. They can't afford the $4,000 a month rents on these Class A's. They're looking for places to live. We have waiting lists for our units, and we paid $22,000 a door for them. So that's dig down deep. Detroit, everything you're saying is accurate, but you've got to really dig down deep and understand the numbers so that you get a better handle on what's really happening. What type of units are actually being built with those million new apartment starts? Ask yourself that question. Do the deep dive. Al Parker, Mr. Charles, we have a lot of real estate agents. Clients reach out to us about their hotels being converted. What do we need to do for them to contact you? Please just have them send me information about their properties. I want to find out all about them. Just email me, and then we will get to work on them. Yeah. See, hey, Detroit, you see what's happening? How do you like that? But let me tell you, Detroit, you raise a very good point, because what we're let's say the deal that we're looking at, it's about 150 units, 150 units in one town. They're all going to be studios. So what you have to think about when you're doing that type of a conversion is, can the market easily handle another 150 coming online? Okay, most large communities absolutely can. So that means the smaller communities might have trouble doing that. So maybe in those cases, we do a hybrid model where we do half of the places that we maintain as weekly rents or a hotel, and the other half we're going to use as multifamily. So you really can get creative on these conversions to figure out which works right. And I say that because there is one particular guru who is converting 3 hotels to studios in one city, actually like one sector, one area, one neighborhood of one major city in this country. And that means he's going to be bringing on, I think, 300 to 400 new studio units in that area. That might be a problem. I hope he's done his demographics and he understands what the demand is in that particular marketplace. So Detroit, you're asking really good questions. Learn more, dig down deep, follow us for some more information. But that's I really appreciate your exchange. Okay, all email is in the description box of this live stream. Yeah, so Al Parker, come on, Al, give it up, brother. Let's get to work on it. And the thing is, I got 25 clients who are chomping at the bit, and if I just dole out this stuff to them, because I can't do it all, it's going to be fantastic. The whole idea is I'm going to grow these cohorts. So people within cohorts, they're going to run cohorts, and then they're going to have deals that they get involved with. It's just going to be, it's like a franchise model. It's fantastic. It's brilliant. Thanks, Al. I appreciate it. Al, offline or something, just let me know what your email, what I'm looking for. I hope your email is something that I can recognize, and it's not one of those weird ones that I delete automatically. Sorry, buddy. I don't know. I'm just asking. All right, cool. Awesome. Great half hour. Thanks, everybody. And I will see most of you or some of you at 4:00, and I'll see the rest of you next week. If you have any topics you want me to talk about, and Detroit, if you want me to dig down deeper in some of the stats, I'll be more than happy to do that for you, because we have some great stats. And as a matter of fact, Al, what we could do, I had Professor Alexander Cartwright presented the first segment of our presentation in Chicago. It's on video. It's in the can. We're producing it right now. But that might actually be a great video for you to watch, to really follow the dynamics of the industry and really start to understand it all. Thank you, Francis. I do not know. Let me see, Francis, Chris, hey, Deb and Molly, can you make sure Francis is on the waiting list? Chris should have put him on. How do we join this group? Came in late. Umesh, I think you got to like and subscribe, those words that I never say. But if you want to get on the waiting list for the next cohort, make sure you click there's a link in the bio in the bottom or somewhere below the list here where you can sign on up. Please join the wait list. Hi, Umesh. Okay. Yes, friends, you are the top of the list. All right. That presentation is very helpful. Cool. Thanks, John. Okay, good. Thank you. Just awesome. All right, everybody. Great to see you, and we will chat with you all later. Always a pleasure. Bye, as my friend would say. My pompous, arrogant friend. Bye.